and danger looms around, the best thing to happen is to go to where you feel you will have hope, you will have help, you will have assistance. That is exactly what's happening right now. As the juju priest, Akpabio's personal juju priest, has flown all the way to UK to ask Akpabio's wife to leave that place and come back home. Yes, Akpabio's wife, Akpabio's juju priest, has asked Akpabio's wife to leave where she is and come back home. Now that place where she's running to, thinking that's where she's going to be getting help from, help will not actually come from that place. The place where help will come from is a very distant and far place. People consistently do not understand how most of these spiritual things work. Once you are connected spiritually to anybody, the best thing such a person can do is to remain relevant in the scheme of things. Now, this juju priest has actually not been able to decipher for everybody to know if the Akpabio we have now is the real Akpabio or if it is cloned. But be that as it may, the onus actually falls on everybody who cares to listen, to see and understand that no matter what happens, there is every need and tendency for Akpabio to have some form of leverage and some form of succor. Now, this succor has actually been a very long time coming. As soon as the juju priest got to the airport, there was a very dark cloud again. That very dark cloud that came upon the House of Assembly 3 days ago, they saw that very dark cloud again in UK. Now, do we really need rocket science to know that things are not the way they ought to be? Do we? The answer is no. We should actually try and see to issues of life, because when we consistently harbor different forms of imaginations and feelings like this, the onus is going to befall on anybody who does not try to intimidate or get things done properly. On the whole, one good thing about life is karma is always a bitch, and karma will always find ways of visiting people who in one way or the other have offended it. When Akpabio was having issues with Natasha, nobody was able to understand where this issue was going to end. That is why we should always be careful of some certain things that we do. Because once you're not careful of some certain things that you do, you might actually not understand how to end most of those issues and things. These are experimental issues that people have found it very difficult to hold on to. Now, you begin to wonder that if for whatever reason they cannot hold on to some of these issues and challenges. Then, of what economic value and important is it now? Because as far as I'm concerned, so many things have happened in the life of Akpabio's wife. So many things have happened. Even Akpabio's wife herself is in a crossroads right now. Yes, she's in a crossroads because she does not even know what to do anymore. And that is exactly why she had to send for the juju priest. And when the juju priest got there, he sensed darkness. He sensed a dark cloud. She sensed that the woman needs to leave. Now, it does not really matter if he wants to leave or not. But one thing that is clear to everybody's understanding is the fact that whatever that juju priest comes and says, it happens. And it happening like this is going to cause a different sphere. Now, for the time being, Akpabio's wife has remained very strong, consistently praying, consistently meditating, consistently seeking the face of God. Because right now, she is flabbergasted. Right now, she is dumbcast. Right now, she has nowhere to go to. She has nowhere to go to. The only place she can go to right now is God Almighty. And God, once again, is going to use Pastor Jerry Eze to do something very strong in the life of Mrs. Akpabio. This woman has remained steadfast, strong, dedicated, and hardworking. If at this time and level now, God does not answer her, then everybody will really know that something is wrong and something is fishy. But the way I'm looking at it, God in his infinite mercy will do something miraculous. And when that something miraculous happens, everybody will know that my Redeemer liveth.